Hello everyone, it's Kim and we're going to go through the things I got on my plant haul a few weeks ago. We filled up the car on a nice hot afternoon. I got everything from Lowe's and Home Depot. I don't remember which. If you go get them at Lowe's or Home Depot, be sure to get your discount. 10% for any kind of military, active, retired, anyone. Be sure to get your discount. Well, as you know, I recently had a nice warm day and went and had a wonderful time grabbing plants that we could safely take home. So I wanted to show you some of the ones that I ended up with. Let me go around here and start with the biggest one that I picked up. This is, I'm not sure if you'd call this a fern, but it's kangaroo paw fern. It is huge. It has the prettiest leaves and veining. Look at that. And it's in a hanging basket. And I am anxious to see what I can do. Now this one was, let me see. It was $14.98, $15. And I am thinking of putting that in my bathroom. Anxious to take care of that. And then the other hanging pot was this unknown one that I mentioned in another, when we went looking for plants at Lowe's. But this one was the one labeled basket and houseplant. But one of the ladies helped me on one of the forms with an identification. So we're calling this tentatively a peperomia, and it's called Costa Rica. It has a little bit dangling, trailing vine, but a lot of it grows upright. But it's a real pretty heart-shaped leaf with a little bit of veining. You can see a little bit of that veining that occurs. But I really think that's a pretty plant. And then here, I think this one was, I'm not real sure, I think it was $5.98. I can't remember, and I've already taken that tag off since it was a useless tag. But we're going to transplant that. That'll be a beautiful plant. We'll be talking about the aquarium sitting there on a later video. But now over here, I got a couple of the ZZ plants. I've been wanting the ZZ plants, so I scooped a couple of these up. They are the Zaminoculcas zamifolia, so you can understand why they are shortened to a ZZ plant. And these were $9.98. I thought that was a pretty good deal, so I got 2 of them. I did get a big giant pot. I'm going to plant those and put those up in a corner of the living room. But that's my plans for those. I'll get those potted up real soon. And let's see, what else do we have? I guess we'll go to the Philodendron Brazil. I think that is so gorgeous. I am planning on potting that up, and it's going to go in my daughter's bathroom. It should work well up there since it's a fairly low light plant. So it should be okay for her bathroom. And it was $15, $15.98. I don't know if you can see that tag. $15.98. And I think that's going to be a nice plant. Now you've probably already seen the other videos where I potted up the arrowhead. I also got false aurelia and another fern. Now these were the $3.98 plants and the $3.48 plants. This fern is one that I'm planting in that bottle garden, so that'll come shortly. And then we've already had a little film about my jet beads. they're coming along nicely in their little tray planted over there. But these are some cute little plants that I got. They almost look the same. This one is a jade plant. It's called E.T.'s Fingers. It kind of has a little hollow tube-like structure. And that also is a Crassula. Oh, sorry, I'm always dumping my rocks. This one is called Ogre Ears. Let me set that down so I can get a good shot of it. It does look like Shrek's ogre ears. I think that's really cute. So E.T.'s Fingers and Ogre Ears, they were both, I think they were the $3.98. And then I did pick up String of Bananas. And this one is Sedum Salsa. And that says Sedum Pachyphyllum Hybrid. And I don't know if that is a flower coming or if that's just a new portion of the plant growing. But I really like that. I think it's a pretty color. Now, for the purposes of my film, I just kind of put everything together on the different levels. But a lot of these I keep in the lower light because they need to be lower lights. Now this one says Ripple Jade. I've not had anything like that before. I think that is really pretty. And then this red one is it looks like a jade to me, but that's Kalanchoe or Kalancho, however that is pronounced. Longifloria coconea. Not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I think that is a really pretty plant. I like those scalloped edges. And then I did get an Echeveria. It's the Pearl von Nürnberg. I'm trying to not touch it, take real good care of those leaves so that I can get me new ones. And then this one is an Aeonium. I've never had an Aeonium either. That is Aeonium torulosum variegata. And these were just the $3.50 and $3.98 plants. And of course there's my Venus flytrap that I'm trying to save, but we'll say it's going dormant, not dying. And I'll shortly be potting up my Hypertufa containers. Okay, and then over here, you've seen the terrarium that I've potted up with the nerve plant, and I did get several other nerve plants of different colors that I have an idea for my aquarium over here. And then this, I couldn't resist it. I've got a little dried up spot there. This is my creeping fig, Ficus pumila, and I'm planning to let that take over this aquarium. $3.50 for that, $3.48. But love that. There's my poor little orchid, still struggling. Prayers for the orchid. And then up here, okay, here we have Sedum Firestorm. Really pretty. It's got a lot of new ones kind of poking through the sides. So I'm looking forward to propagating that. It's got some real pretty colors. A little bit top heavy right now. And then let me move him and hope he doesn't fall. I have a Haworthia. Now that one closed up real tightly and I watered it and he seems to be loosening up. Haworthia species. Doesn't really tell me what kind it is. But you can see I got a nice big plant with pups already coming out the side. You can see those right there. So I think that's a success. Now this looks like a different type of Haworthia. I'm going to have to look those up. They didn't give me specific names. But that one does have a bloom that's about to occur. It's reaching toward the light up here. But we'll keep up with that. But those are the two Haworthias. And then over here, we have a baby rubber plant. And that has, what I understand, are the blossoms. It's a Peperomia obtusifolia baby rubber plant. I thought it was really pretty. He definitely needs to be transplanted into some good soil. And then here is another Peperomia. Let's see, I have it labeled obtusifolia also, some kind of variety. So these are a similar variety. Don't know what they are. Maybe I can get some kind of further identification. And then I did get an aloe vera. I wanted to have an aloe vera to have up in the kitchen so we can break it off when we need something. It says aloe vera barbadensis. And oh, I can't get it to focus. I don't remember the cost of that. I think it might have been one of those $5.98 pots. But it looks pretty good. And I think I have covered all the purchases this time. And I did get 2 matching pots for my ZZ plants. Oh, that's got a protective plastic coating on it. It's basically just kind of a red-orange color. And it'll have to be drilled in the bottom. And then you've already seen my terrarium with my maidenhair fern. But I think I really got a lot of good plants. Sorry, my amaryllis is really on delay. I have my sticky trap out. No varmints on it. So far we're doing real good. And I've got a lot of plants to transplant later when I get the chance. But that basically is the haul I've made. And my next film will probably be about the aquarium. I can't wait to get that changed into a terrarium. But I am just in love with this kangaroo paw. Looks so good. But thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you on some of my next videos. Please give me all the comments you can. I love the comments. I love your information and advice. Please let me know if I've misidentified any of these plants, because you know some of the labeling is a little shaky. But thanks for coming. See you next video.